Fox 61 News at 5 starts now.
Breaking news out of New Haven tonight. Tense moments caught on camera after an officer was shot. Tonight, a suspect in custody. The new developments as police just provided an update, the details of what led up to the scene.
Also breaking tonight, weapons found inside of a local high school, and tonight a student has been detained. How school officials are responding to the incident.
Plus, cows causing chaos on a highway. The surprising scene for drivers that was all caught on camera. How police are helping them move out of the way.
And we are waiting for a verdict. It's day 2 of deliberations in the Alex Jones defamation trial. We're live with more on what happened inside of the courtroom today.
And we begin with that breaking news now at 5. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Jen Bernstein. We are following breaking news tonight. For the very first time in 3 years, a New Haven police officer has been shot in the line of duty. Now, fortunately, he is recovering at home, and after a 12-hour manhunt, the suspect is in custody.
A new dash cam video just into the newsroom showing the incident as it unfolded. It's very dramatic video. Fox 61's New Haven County Bureau reporter Tony Terzi joins us live from the New Haven PD now, where police just wrapped up a press conference with new details on this early morning shooting. Tony.
It really is startling, shocking video, and it's hard to believe that the officer actually survived. Now, the officer we're talking about is 9-year veteran Chad Curry, who's worked in the Fairhaven neighborhood for quite some time. He's in good spirits. He was shot, but he is home. The police chief said just a short time ago he spoke to him and went and visited him this afternoon and showed him the video that we're about to show you in a minute before they released it. Now, police sources told me around midday today they knew the suspect was in Hartford, and about an hour later they said they had him in custody, and that came around 2:15 today.
2101, we're coming. Yo, stop report, sir!
I mean, folks, that was a real gunfight. The suspect arrested in this case, Jose Claudio of New Haven, who has a fairly lengthy criminal history. He's charged with multiple charges, being held right now on $1 million bond. He's downstairs here in New Haven police lockup until Tuesday when courts reopen, allegedly shooting the officer who sustained gunshot wounds to an ear and a shoulder while on patrol in Fairhaven overnight. Again, it was around 1:30 in the morning. Police say Curry heard a crash. He drove down Chapel Street. Then you saw in the video that he had to chase him back and forth until the gun exchange started unprovoked while the officer was still in his cruiser. That's where police believe that he was actually hit while he was in his cruiser. The suspect fled on foot. The injured officer exchange. He shot, it's estimated, over a dozen shots at the suspect. Here's the chief and the mayor.
We got a lot of help from the community. We got people into help us and help make identifications and pointing us in the right direction. So we appreciate that. There was some family connections. It was a lot of good police work.
We so often talk about officers putting their lives at risk, and I think that often sounds cliche, but something like what happened last night occurs, and it makes us realize just how important the officers are to the safety of our community.
Amazing. Thank goodness he survived, and he is going to recover at home. Curry is an officer who was celebrated in July when he used his de-escalation training that all New Haven officers receive to defuse a potentially suicidal situation. A man holding a knife, sitting on a bench outside a housing development, asked the officers actually to kill him. And he diffused the situation and getting the man to stop, throw the knife on the ground, and they got him the medical help that he needed. Now, the last New Haven police officer shot in the line of duty, you'll remember, was Captain Anthony Duff. He was the public information officer at the time. That was August of 2019. He was on his way home from work, heard a call come in. He got out. It was over on Henry Street, not far from Hillhouse High School. He was shot, had a long recovery, and a short time later, he retired. Again, Chad Curry is going to recover, and this gentleman is in for a long, long legal battle as he faces many charges. Again, he's being held on $1 million bond. His name, 36-year-old Jose Claudio of New Haven. We'll have more tonight with Alicia Machado for you on the Fox 61 News. Live in New Haven, Tony Terzi, Fox 61 News.
All right, Tony, thank you. Boy, shot in the ear, that is a close call there.
And the shoulder. I mean, wow.
Also, more breaking news tonight. 2 firearms found in Weaver High School.
Yeah, one student was taken into custody. Fox 61's DeAndrea Turner live on the scene right now in Hartford with what we're learning. DeAndrea.
Well, Brent and Jen, Hartford police say that security people here at Weaver High School, they were alerted around 11:30 this morning that there were 2 guns in the high school, and that's when they put everyone on lockdown. And again, they started around 11:30 this morning. Once the weapons were found, officials started conducting a sweep for more, but no other guns were found. Police say that one student had been detained for possibly bringing both of those guns to the school. Students were released from the classroom after the lockdown was lifted. Nobody was hurt during this incident, and Hartford Public Schools releasing a statement saying the safety of the students and the staff is their highest priority. Well, we spoke with parents and students who say that this was a really scary situation.
They need to do something. It's down. Like, people was just in the classroom going crazy, like, oh, and I was like, guys, just try to keep calm, you know, because you never know what could happen. But I didn't think I was gonna make it out, honestly, because of how many hours we was in there, you know, like.
And you guys, Hartford police also say while they are investigating this one student, they are also investigating to see if any other students were also involved with bringing these weapons into the school. For now, here in Hartford, DeAndrea Turner, Fox 61 News.
DeAndrea, thank you very much. Well, day 2 of jury deliberations in the Alex Jones trial came and went without a verdict, but not without a few more interesting developments.
Fox 61's Matt Karen is live in Waterbury now to tell us what happened. Matt.
Yeah, hi guys. Today the jury asked the court for a paper copy of the jury charge. Now, what exactly is that, you might be asking? Well, it's the 29 pages of instructions that the judge read to the jury yesterday just before they started deliberating. It is basically the jury's mission statement. Fox 61 was able to obtain a copy of the jury charge. Here it is. This document was the subject of a lot of scrutiny and at times disagreement between the attorneys, but both sides ultimately signed off on the language. The court wasn't able to get the jury this document until about 2:45, so it slowed down the process. Fox 61 spoke with attorney Jim Bergen, who taught both attorney Chris Maddie and attorney Norm Pattis about what this development means.
Is there any significance to why they may ask for that?
Oh, it's great. That just says that they're trying to do their job. So the fact that they're asking means they really want to do it right. And this is where, when you get in the real fights between the jurors, they can point to the instructions and say, you see, what you just said, we're not allowed to think about that.
We also learned more about how the jury will award the impending verdict. It's not as easy as coming up with a lump sum amount. Each plaintiff may be awarded a different amount based on a number of factors, including their emotional anguish and their life expectancy. But it begs another question.
We know what happens in a criminal case where they're trying to decide guilt or innocence. And if you have one person who just can't agree, you have a hung jury. What happens in this case where, you have somebody who absolutely can't go along with the rest of the group on a dollar amount? What happens then?
Oh, what we call it is a Chip Smith charge. The judge says, now go back in there and try hard and listen to each other. And I've been involved myself in a case where the jury had to get charged 3 times on a Chip Smith charge. And the jury would come out crying. For the most part, when they go in there, they just keep working until they get there. But if they can't do it, it ends and you got to do it again.
All right, there's a couple things that happened here late in the day that we want to tell you about. The jury asked for a photo of David Wheeler and William Aldenberg. The judge was very confused by this request. The jury ultimately said that they didn't need it anymore and they withdrew the request. But the background here is that earlier in the case, when they were both testifying, David Wheeler said that he was being accused by supporters of Alex Jones of being the same exact person as William Aldenberg. The jury wanted to know why Erica Lafferty, who's another plaintiff in this case, was the only plaintiff that was listed as the victim on the lawsuit. The answer is that for simplicity's sake, they cannot list all of the victims in the title, so they only pare it down to one plaintiff. But this just gives you an idea of the level of detail that this jury is interested in. So no verdict today. The next time they're going to be deliberating is Tuesday because Monday is a holiday. We will, of course, be here to bring you a verdict if and when that happens. We're live here outside Waterbury Superior Court. Matt Caron, Fox 61 News.